How about that? Oh, Jesus. Maybe too much. How we doing? How we doing? There we go. Okay. Okay, we're cooking on gas. We're cooking on gas. Now I've just got to get it so I can hear the music. Because I want to fucking hear the bastard music as well. Yo. Monitoring device, headphones still, but yeah, I should hear it. Oh well. What can you do? How are we doing, mate? How are we doing? Keeps jumping because I keep having to reset the bloody thing. But we should be leveling out now. What a protracted opening that was. Okay, what's up, dude? How you doing? How's the BA coming along? Back to Warhammer 40k for this one. Get rid of that. Sorted. Oh, get away from me. So, what the fuck are we gonna do today? Well, I'll tell you what we're gonna fucking do today. I'll fucking tell you what we're gonna do today. Now, we are going to do a little bit of reparation first. I'm not talking about for the crimes of ancestors. I'm talking about repairing a chewed up dog attacked Aeldari Fire Dragon. Then I'm going to do a little bit of painting, believe it or fucking not. I'm actually going to do a little bit of fucking painting. What the fuck? Let's put... Let's get that back. There we go. So, check this out. I'm going to minimize me. Are you not playing D&D tonight, bro? What's going on? You're usually a D&D man on a Sunday. As you can see, this fella here has been in the wars. I don't mean on the tabletop. Fortunately, this fella has succumbed to a dog chewing the living shit out of him, which is unfortunate. I was most displeased. I've already painted one of them up. You can see it here. It's looking pretty sick. Closer, that's about as close as we can get him. He's looking pretty sick, right? Looking pretty sick. But obviously I can't finish them if one of them's chewed up. So what I had to do was go online on eBay and find a replacement for a single fire dragon. So that is what I've gone and done. I've had it for a little while. It's been sitting on my desk, John, for quite a while now. And it needs to be done. It needs to be boxed off and it needs to be finished. What's going on, dude? Welcome, he says. How you doing? Wow, I'm sorry, I don't know. Yeah, there's no chance. Garhems. Sorry, I need to... There's a whole dock on OBS right now and I want it gone. But it won't go away. And it's making it so I can barely see people's comments. It's such a tiny little area and it's getting on my fucking tits, bro. Over here. Okay, welcome. What's up, man? Shaham Zua. That's my best attempt. I think that's pretty spot on, more or less. What's up, dude? How's it going? So I'm going to quickly build this fire dragon up to replace the broken one. And then I shall paint the rest up to look like this one that I have already completed. It's a sad day when the dog decides to chew up one of your expensive new sculpts. But what can you do but hop on eBay and pick yourself up the exact one that you're missing. Glorious, really. I was really annoyed. I thought I'm going to have to buy a whole nother box of them and then only have 9 of the fuckers, but no. World we live in today. My name is just Random Lad. It's not actually, surely, because that kind of is the name. Well, I'm sure you're being superlative when you say that, or is it literally just random letters? I'd be surprised. So let's try and make some sense of this. Okay. I've not seen you hanging around before, dude. It's nice to see a new face around here. We've usually got quite a solid group of lads who are, or lads and lasses who are here every time we pop on the stream. They're usually quite recurring faces, so it's nice to see somebody new jumping in and saying what's up. That's awesome. Isn't that how most things work? Yeah, pretty much. Not random. Is it random letters? No, not random letters, but it is a jumble up of letters, really. It's just little squiggles that we assign noises to, isn't it? Really. Okay, Jesus Christ. Let's delve into this. Wonderful paint. Thank you very much. It is wonderful paint. Wonderful paint. I'm going to zoom it in a little bit more just so we can... Yes. Yes. Yes, it's just a lovely scheme. I mean, the bright colours really are doing the heavy lifting. I've got a Wraith Lord here that I've not recently completed, but it's more recent in terms of like what I've done for this army. So I've got this guy to finish off some details on and do some basing on him too. But the rest of these guys need to be chopped up. I was like, oh, I really like the look of the Dire Avengers, and I've been wanting to get my hands on some recently, but I can't bring myself to buy any more Eldar until I've got what I've got finished. And what's been standing in my way has been this chewed up Fire Dragon. And there he is again. Just before we continue, there he is, absolutely clapped. Leg chewed off, swallowed, head absolutely battered. Maybe he could make an appearance, and maybe I'll give him to my friend and let him butcher him up and put him on one of his big bases or something. So, let's figure out what we're doing here. Are we going to have to apply a lighter to this? Yes, we are. God damn. I don't know if it's just me, but these goddamn things clog so easily. Like, even when I use it properly and I put the lighter to it regularly and stuff like that, it's like they always eventually clog again. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I'm gonna have to get my hands on a lighter. I think there's one behind me. Big relics. Oh shit. Where you from, bro? Now you told me it's a jumble of letters. I don't know if I should be calling you by it. Jumble man. Where are you from, man? Get out. Ooh, fucking hell. Don't tell you don't see fucking fireworks on this channel. Whoa. And it's coming out. Excellent. Okay, so I'd imagine we'll start with the legs. That one very clearly goes there, so I'll bosh that in. The dog did nothing wrong. This is what the informant said. Yeah, well, I wasn't of that mind when it happened. I was more of a mind of it was yeah. The dogs and as I've come to find out, babies, they have like a predisposition to want to do and to do exactly what they bloody well shouldn't be doing at any one in particular time. All the toys that I've got for my little son, who's 8 months now, all the toys we've got for him, we've got like this playpen with filled to the brim with toys, baskets of toys and shelves of books and stuff already. He's only 8 months old. But what this fella wants is to throw himself off furniture and chew electric cables and just play with the most dangerous shit. He wants kitchen utensils, and it's sod's law. No matter what you do, no matter what you give them, and the setup for them to be safe, they're just, you're from Iraq, cool. Iraq. don't know a great deal about Iraq, to be honest, mate. Other than obviously the fucking whole war stuff. I have some friends who served over there in Iraq during the war. I've only ever heard stories from them. But as far as I'm aware, it's a pretty naturally beautiful country in terms of landscape. But that's cool, man. I can't believe we've got people tuning in all the way from Iraq. That's awesome, man. Are you a Warhammer guy yourself? Let's get some glimpse. I'm going to make sure I'm centering this on the camera each time. Mr. Tweed, I thought you should be D&Ding today, bro. What you doing here? Or are you finished? Everybody's asleep in the house, so I've managed to steal myself a little bit of hobby time while everyone's asleep. That's why I'm a little bit more hush than I usually am. Pardon me. Okay. Thoughts on legs enough to get the D&D just lurking. You motherfucker. Do you guys, is it an in-person thing? Or is it like an online thing? I've got mates who do like fucking 4 sessions a week between like, online D&D. Always wanted to do it. I've done it in person a couple of times. Yes, I love Warhammer. Hell yeah, dude. What's it like over there for like buying and playing and collecting? That's actually really interesting. I'm assuming you don't have like Games Workshop stores. This D&D is online. That's cool, dude. Do you ever DM, Mr. Tweed? Because I'd love to like hop in for like one random session one time. I fucking love that. But yeah, your second monitor. No, but seriously, I'd love to know how it works over there in terms of like, is there shops for it? This may sound super ignorant, but is there shops for it? Is there places that you can go play? I'm sure obviously you can go play with your friends and things like that, but I'm wondering about like, you know, actual product getting into the country and how they sell it. I'd imagine there isn't Games Workshop stores. I've never seen one listed. Be very interested to know how that all works for you. Ooh, a different head. No, we'll stick with the classic helmet, I think. Oh. These miniatures are absolutely awesome, dude. Let's be honest. And how quick was that as well? We need a base. Okay, came with the base. What a legend. Okay, so we've got just that to put on. And then we are done. That was rather quick in the end. Second monitor content. I'm honoured to be second monitor content. Cool. And I don't bother putting the grenades on. I'm one of those guys, dude. I don't like putting all the packs on. I put maybe if it really like it's on bolt action, for instance. Like yeah, I'm gonna put the fucking pack on. You know, if it's historically accurate, but try to keep them off the model. It's just another fucking thing to paint around. There we go. Okay, let me... Yep, done. Okay. So obviously we have sections on this channel. Yes, okay, I don't own the miniatures in a rank. There aren't even any Warhammer books. Oh, dude, that's a shame. I'm surprised. I mean, obviously, can you not order them from overseas? Ooh, let's have a look at this then, mate. Painted one of your Blood Angel British troops in the Discord. Oh no, yeah, no, I saw that, mate. I think I said no, yeah, it did. It looks good in the green fatigues. Yeah, no, looks good. It's fucking good. How much have you got done? You got an army ready yet? I've got pretty much the whole starter box done now. Just got one more squad left to do. I might bang that out on it. Well, I've got to bang it out on the stream because I'm going to play a game with them. So I'm definitely going to have to get them done. So, show him. Am I saying that right? So you don't own the miniatures. So, does that mean you don't, or you can't access them? Because I know that shipping to some countries is absolutely ridiculous with Games Workshop. For instance, if you ship to Australia, it is unbelievably expensive, and it's even worse for like New Zealand. I have no idea what it'd be like going to Iraq, but yeah, assumedly you've got to be able to get them there in some sense. I'm just gonna have a look again, mate. Ooh, ooh. It was the first time. It wasn't the last time. Oh yeah, there you are. In my mind and in my car. What's the honest? Box, I spelled that wrong. Yeah, no, I like that, dude. I'm just checking out you guy again. Great. Love him. Yeah, no, obviously when I first got into it the other week, well, it feels like the other week, I only pirate books. Fair enough, dude. Pirate the shit out of it. If it's not available to you, just pirate the shit out of it then. It's not, it's not your prerogative to not pirate it. Just pirate it. Get some fucking recasts from, like, fucking Russia and shit. Why can't I hear this, man? It's really, really annoying me. Weird. Can't hear it. What's going on? Oh. No, still can't hear it. That's so weird. Sorry lads, I'm messing around with I'm messing around trying to... Well, hello new person. Hayden Lassiter, you are now new person. You are no longer Hayden Lassiter. believe you are Hayden Lester, Runway 5, right? Fucking mixing you up. What, mixing the boys up? Am I mixing the boys up? How's it going, butter? So, doing some Fire Dragons, as you can very well see. Just built this one. I got out of a packet online because my dog eviscerated the old one. So that one's good for a diorama for one of my pals, and this is the new boy, who I've actually realised I actually need to go outside to spray it up, which is less than ideal actually. It's less than ideal. Could one of you guys let me know if you can? Totally not. No, you're not, are you? You're not one of the Discord mods, bro. You're just a new guy. You're new around here, brother. You don't know the fucking ins and outs. You've never been around that way. Fucking this guy from Iraq just jumps in, and you're just the fucking new guy now, dude. No, you're not Hayden Lester, I don't think. I'm getting mixed up with who the fuck is who, dog. It's because nobody's got the same name here and there. On the Discord, everybody's got a different name, so I'm like trying to remember 2 names for every one person. And then nobody's got real normal names. They're all fucking like... fucking, you know... Dragon Dick 47. First time here. New... Well, let me tell you about me, about myself, bro. I'm the world's most inconsistent streamer. Turn away now. Don't bother following. Okay, so I've got to actually go spray this fucker if I want to paint it. That's a little bit annoying, to be honest. I really didn't want to have to do that. Maybe I'll be really cheeky. Maybe I'll do it out the fucking window. No, because do you know what it is? My fiance has a very sensitive sense of smell. And she will come bursting in this room and says, "You spraying in here? Are you spraying in here?" And I'll be like, "Unfortunately so, darling." And then she'll beat the shit out of me. But you know what, boys? We're all about taking fucking risks around here. I'm gonna do it. Yeah. Do it if I can find. Shimble Bob. Chime. Chime? Is that... Dude, am I saying that right? I need to know now before we go any further. Before we go any further with this, dude, I need to know that I'm saying your name properly. Chime Zua. What we're going with. We're going to call you Zoolander. Call me Simple Bob. Or we could just call you Simple Bob. Just quite simple, but what would you prefer? Because I'm capable of saying your name if that's the correct pronunciation. I'm gonna have to do it, lads. I think it's out in the shed. You know what? I'm gonna have to be the world's worst stream host and leave the room for a good 5 minutes if I don't spray this guy up. Why are we dropping frame rates with my insane internet? What's going on? What's going on? They've got some fucking like goblins in the system here that are causing this, and I don't know what's going on. But I've got to go spray this guy, because if I don't, I'm not gonna fucking paint him. If I leave him out and paint the rest, you know what it's like, guys. I'm never gonna fucking just go back and paint this one model. So bear with me. I will be back. I don't even know the correct pronunciation. Okay. I'm just gonna, maybe you'll figure it out by the time I get back. I'm just gonna leave you with that. Bear with me, boys. Back in the room. Ah. Okay, so I left and now Simple Bob's talking about the king needs to be executed. Who's the king, bro? You guys have got a king over there? The revolution is coming. That's a crazy thing to say for someone from Iraq, brother. What's going on, Simple Bob? Where are we going with this? Who's the king? I'm not the tyrant, surely. I've left the room. I've left you to your own devices. Okay, we did it. Unfortunately, the rattle can was at its last breath, so it's just kind of spurting out like... But it's good enough. Okay. Y'all crazy, man. Chime Zua. You're a mentalist, my friend. You're a crazy man. My current viewers. Sup, boys? Yeah, Discord is very confusing. Runaway 5? Yeah, there's a mister in front of it. Let's have a look. Also, you're not that guy. You're not... Say it's not showing me. Who's this? Mister? It just says M ... for me. It's not actually, doesn't actually say your full name. That's probably why I'm not. That's just M ... Okay, that's not you, maybe. Who are you? Which one are you, dog? You've got M ... What's going on? Dude, I'm so fucking confused. This is the thing, right? When it comes to Discord, I have absolutely no fucking idea what I'm looking at most of the time. If you didn't set it up the way you did, I would just have no idea what's going on. Mr. Runaway 5 here. Yeah, no, I got that, but I was just looking for you in there. I couldn't see which one you were. So, it's Shine, Simple Bob. We've got a Discord if you want to join it, mate. We just kind of, I don't know what the fuck we do with it, to be honest. We don't do a great deal with it, but we post pictures of what we're working on and tell each other how shit they are, and just bully each other a little bit. It's great. Whack. His clothes, whack. His hair, whack. The way he doesn't even like to smile, whack. Me, I'm tight as fuck. Like that. Well, let's get some fucking paint on the brush, boys. I mean, that's what this is all about, supposedly. People are sometimes active in there. Yeah, people are sometimes kind of active. Like, we get people saying something every week. Every week there's another picture of a fucking Tau guy, or another picture of somebody's bolt action figure. It is kind of a bustling metropolis, I'm not gonna lie. It's a bustling community of like-minded freaks of nature. But no, dude, there'll be a link somewhere. Not, dude, you know what? Let me post that shit up right now. How do you do this now? Okay, yeah. Yep, I'm not totally illiterate. So I'm gonna pop it in here. Feel free to join the Discord, guys. As I say, it's a bustling little community, and you'll also be tapped into when I'm going live, what we're doing. And yeah, it's quite communal. Like, one thing I'm looking to do is start having a stream like this, but the audio is the group chat in the Discord. So long as people have a halfway decent mic, people can drop in, and it's more of like a big group conversation as we all go through this fucking weird little fucking nerdy hobby together, and have some. It's like having some people to do your hobby with, you know. That's what it's all about. For me, you know, I pretty much everything I do, I like to have somebody to do it with. It's like, for instance, like gaming. A lot of people game by themselves. I don't spend any time gaming whatsoever unless I'm gaming with something else. And to be honest, Warhammer goes for that. If I didn't have people to play the game with, I probably wouldn't play at all. And painting is a lot better when you've got someone to talk to. So that's kind of why I started this. I wanted to be that, you know, that person for people to drop in with and have a little chat with. And part of that, I think, to truly get to that level is to have you know, the Discord community where we can actually physically talk to each other in these streams. I think that would be super cool. Okay, so that looks like a Mephiston red to me. A little while since the start of these bad boys. I do remember that. Okay, I don't know why this is... No, it's on the right one. Why are you doing that? It's a really weird thing. Let me just see if I can figure this out. I have fast internet, but my OBS stream is dropping frames. Weird. OBS, that's been like, yeah, okay, I'll do that for a start. So, I will ask you, dude, Simple Bob, as we're going to call you, obviously in Iraq, where you are, you don't have any models, but if you did, you know, what faction do you like the most, and which one would you be collecting if you did? That's what I'd like to know, if you wouldn't mind. You know, for the engagement and all. And also, you know, I'm just generally interested in talking to people, hearing what the fuck they say. Oh no, fucking dropping in people. Okay, come on, there's gotta be a fucking... Oh, yeah. Yeah. First time I've done it with this face cam at the same time. Not sure if it's adding anything to it. Maybe you'll see my facial expressions every once in a while. It's kind of cool, but Shall I keep it like this, or should we not bother in the future? I wonder. That one remains to be seen. Okay, let's get a little bit of paint on these boys then, eh? The fuck? Weird. Why is that doing that, eh? Maybe I'll just switch to... Sorry, it connects me. Go on, hurry up. Okay, sorry about that. Just needed to switch router. I've got an extension router, and I've just switched it for this one. Hopefully that helps. I don't know. It's really weird. Like, I've got really fast internet, but like, we keep dropping frames. I don't know what's going on. Maybe I can... I don't know. Still can't hear you. Uh-oh. Little bubs. What you mean? Come here. Oh, the little boy. Oh, he just woke up from a nap. Oh, look at him. Look at him. Yo. He's just woke up from a nap, guys. Say hello. Say hello. Oh, look at that baby there. Look, let's make him big so you can all see him. This is my little son. Say hello. Oh, look at that baby. See that baby? Look at that baby. Go and take your dummy out. Oh, you just look at his little tired face. It's just woken up. He bumps his head.
Well, he face planted them on it.
He face planted them on it. Look at him. Hello, Chubby Chubs. Oh.
So they didn't really notice.
Oh. Here he is. This is Arthur, the most English name in the world. Wait, what are you doing? What are you doing? Oh. A big lump. No, get off Daddy's microphone. Get up. Get up. See, this is what I'm talking about. He will always do the thing that he least should do. What are you doing? And he's farting.
Oh, good.
He's farting. Go on, let's... Ooh. Let's put your little face here. Ooh. Don't press the buttons.
Those pressing buttons.
Oh, he loves pressing buttons. Oh, he loves pressing buttons. We're going to go back to Mummy now. Into the darkness. Wholesome moment of the stream. You won't get another one of them. Let's get talking about butts and shit again. Put it right in that corner there. Yeah, that's the wholesome moment of the stream done. I'm afraid. That's painting Warhammer. No, it's great, dude. Being a dad's sick. In the world, man. I don't care. I don't care what the naysayers do. Being a dad is sick. If you're thinking about it, if you're on the fence, just do it, dude. It's awesome. You got like a little mini you who's like your biggest fan. It's awesome. Like, it's so weird. Like, obviously, my fiance is part of like mum groups, so she goes to mum groups and sees like other women who's, let's say, exes and stuff who they had kids with recently want absolutely nothing to do with their kids, and that's just like, I can't even imagine not being to just have a kid and not be bothered about it at all. It's just, beyond my comprehension. I've always wanted kids. And even if you didn't like always want a kid, now you've got it. Like, what? I don't get it. How you can just pretty much ignore your own kid's existence. Like, surely one day they're gonna grow up into an adult, and you're gonna like meet each other and shit. Like, how do you think that's gonna go down? Yeah, it's beyond my understanding. I've always had a super strong paternal instinct, just in general. Like, I don't know, I've always just liked kids. Do you know what I mean? Like, if there's like a party or something going out or a function, and there's like some kids there, I'm always one of the adults that like interacts with them and plays with them and stuff like that. It's just always been my way. I'm the oldest sibling of my siblings, so I suppose it comes quite natural in that respect. But they're great. There's no bullshit to them, and they're just like little, especially when they're so little, like mine, and like kids between like 3 and 4, where they're just so innocent. Nothing's tainted them yet, and it's like you get to like live vicariously through them when you interact with them. I don't know. They're great. So yeah. That being said, there's some fucking single mothers out there where, you know, sometimes it's better to just be completely out of that environment entirely. Like, I've seen some of my pals get involved with single mothers, and it's been like, oh Jesus Christ, here we go. Don't do this. Like, dudes, young lads getting involved with women who have like a child or two, and like starting to date them and stuff. It's like, bro, you haven't even moved out of your house yet. Yeah, how can you be picking up on another man's saved game when you haven't even been through all your own levels yet? Crazy work. Uh, something a brother never wants to see from a brother. You know, it's a scary one. I couldn't imagine stepping in on someone else's saved game file. There's certainly a lot of deadbeat dads around there, but sometimes these single mothers, they were always destined for that, and there was no way it wasn't going to end up like that. You know, there's a lot of completely incorrigible women in this generation, and so from that perspective, I kind of do understand. I was left to be raised by others because my father died in a fire. Damn. Damn, that's crazy, dude. Yeah, I don't even know what to say, man. That took a turn. You know what? That's the type of thing that scares me so much, man. I'm more scared of, like, I'm less scared of dying in a fire than I am of leaving my son with a dad who died in a fire. How old are you? Was it like a house fire? Like a how did I don't I don't want to get into it and ask you questions about it, but yeah, that's crazy. How old were you at the time when it happened? I really ought to sort some life insurance out, man. God. One thing I thought to myself, guys, and I've been a little bit more quiet. I think I'm going to be a little bit more quiet for the rest of this stream. Is that I get on here, and one of the main reasons I do this is so I have like allotted time where I do this, and I actually get some painting done. What I found is I get on here and I just fucking waffle, and I don't get a lot of painting done. I'm notorious for getting piss all painting done on these painting streams. So I think what I'm going to have to say to myself in my head is that, you know, there's going to be, why is the fucking, sorry, the logo, it's the wrong way around. There's going to have to be some bits where we've got a bit of dead air, you know? Because I'm actually doing some fucking painting. I've noticed that every single other painting stream I click onto, like, nobody's saying shit. Like, there's just some painting. And it's, oh my god, I'm going to read that in a sec. So I have to read that now. Okay, Shamsa says, my house burned down when I was 9 months old, but strangely enough, I feel no connection to my biological mother. So you were raised completely by other people then? That's crazy, dude. How have you turned out? Have you turned out well, or are you crazy? Or that's, I hope you understand this. That's humorous. I've got a pretty sick sense of humour sometimes, but it's meant in good faith. That's mad, bro. I'm sorry, I have to ask it. I'm sorry. Is the fire anything to do with the war in the early 2000s and stuff? Or was it just a fire? Because yeah, no. Not gonna go into it. Oh, really cool. That I've really got to tell you guys the story of my grandfather and what he did in World War II. I've got to tell you guys that stories at some point soon. It's not on this stream, I don't think. I want to do it on one of my bolt action World War II streams. And I'm not going to do it on this one today. It's not really just an ordinary fire, just an ordinary fire. You know what? I knew it was just an ordinary fire, but I couldn't help but ask. I just had to do it, didn't I? I might be retarded. Oh, no, maybe not. How did I do this for this guy? What? How did I do this guy? I'm looking at. I'm just realizing these guys fucking orange. Why am I basing them red? What decision was made here? I mean, this is all about 6 months ago. What the fuck was I thinking? But then I look at the undercarriage of this guy, and he's got red. So originally he was red. So it looks like I must be layering on dry brushes of orange, perhaps. Or did I just panel it up? Yeah, it looks like I did, didn't I? Yeah, well, I can't just go straight orange, can I? Yeah, must be what I did. Must be what I did. That's the only explanation. We'll just keep going with that, I think. Mr. Tweed, I know you're playing D&D right now. I'm probably trying to focus, but what I'm going to ask you is, are you one of those like gay fucking D&D players who like plays as like a sexy cat lady and like I fucking peel my ass into the air? I played a couple of times with this one guy. He always insisted on playing as a sexy cat creature, and I don't know. That's just fucking gay. I'm a very traditionalist when it comes to my fantasy settings. I like elves, dwarves, orcs, people with dragon heads, elephant heads, owl heads, and fucking people can fuck off. Unless it's Elder Scrolls. Then the Khajiit are allowed. But other than that, I like it nice and classic. I play the best D&D class ever, the Forever DM. The only, yeah, I mean, 50% of every session, I've only done 4 sessions of D&D, 2 as a player and 2 as a DM. And I much more enjoy being a DM. Like being in control of shit. Fucking with people. But I'd love to hop in for a one-shot. I'd love to do that. I'd love to stream a D&D thing. If somebody wanted to be a DM for just a little one-shot, that'd be great. I'm one of those guys that's like, I'm not experienced with how to play the game. You know, a lot of guys they'll know exactly how to like build a class that's like awesome and does all the things they want it to do and all that stuff. That's all very well and good. Myself, however, I'm one of those guys who really gets into the role playing. I like to start putting on the voices and really get into like the theatrics part of it. That's what I like. I was a theatre kid, so go figure. I feel like coming up with the stupidest backstories. I was playing in a campaign, and I was playing as a dwarf called Mishmi. And his whole thing was that he was a dwarf that carried around this pipe that had loads of weed in it, and he'd smoke it and get really high, and I'd roll on a d6 to see what it did to me. And that was his main character trait. He was stoned all the time, but when he wasn't stoned, and when he got into battle, he would just charge headlong into whatever it was, and people had to like pull him back a little bit. And anyway, I ended up fighting on top of my pal's shoulders. Like, my pal who was playing a massive monk would just lift me up and I'd be on his shoulders and we'd be one big unit. And my backstory for him was that his wife got raped to death by some trolls, and he was on a forever mission to eventually find those trolls and fucking kill them. And in the meantime, he was just going to smoke his pipe and kill as many people as he could. But it made for some really funny moments where I kept feeding the monk loads of weed and knocking him out, and so that made for some funny moments. So you'd be down for that, would you, dude? I'd love that, you know. I'm a bit of a filthy casual, you know, though. I'm like more onto the theatrics role playing side of it than the actual like game itself. So a one shot would be perfect, really. Maybe a little, yeah, something like that would be awesome. I'd really be down for that. That'd be sick. As long as I don't have to do anything to do with DMing it, because I just do not have the time. But you finished a 3-year campaign yesterday. That's crazy. 3 years. 3-year campaign. That's awesome. That's the stuff of dreams, really. You're gonna have to tell me how that ended. Oh, dude, yeah, no, we have to do that. Yeah, no, I'm so set on that. That'd be so cool. Yeah, I'd love to do that. Yeah, congratulations on completing it. That's a fair point, you know. I'm sure most campaigns never see it through to the end. And surely Mr. Mr. Tweed, this 4-campaign ass motherfucker. Yeah, I'd love to do that. I'd love to do a one-shot. I know Mr. Tweed would probably be interested. He's a big D&D guy. He's playing D&D right now with second monitor content while he's doing his D&D. But obviously he's embroiled in all these different campaigns. But I'm sure he'd be able to fit in a one-shot here or there. Just let me know what you want to do, and we'll set it up. We'll make it a stream. And I'll have a few beers. And Lord, I will be in character. I'll be sat here dressed as my character. Hello, clownfish. What's going on? Oh, let me go. Let me guess. Monk, drunken master, dwarf. Is that you guessing the lineup? Someone says they realized they had died when they pressed the big button labeled death button. And Clownfish, oh, he's taking that away. And Clownfish says, hello, Clownfish. How you doing? This is Relics of War, and this is one of the many Hobby with a Homie streams. We've got a Discord going on. That's further back in the conversation if you'd like to join it. And we do Warhammer stuff. As you can see, do a bit of bolt action, do a bit of this, do a bit of that. And we just kind of have a good time while we get through our backlogs and hobby along with each other. People from all over the world and doing all sorts of different things. Some people are playing games right now. Some people are playing D&D right now. Some of us are painting. And some of us are likely probably having a wank. That's what we do. We're on the Aeldari Fire Dragons today. As you can see, I'll show you one I prepared earlier. Tardar. And we were just talking about starting doing a one-shot D&D session. So make sure you subscribe and by all means drop in the Discord. We put pictures of what we're working on, and on these streams sometimes we go through what everybody's doing and give people little tips on what they're doing and a little bit of critique, help people get a little bit better at the hobbying. So feel free to join the Discord. It is in the comment section somewhere, the link. Drop whatever you're working on into the hobby picks, and I can have a look at it right now if you want me to. He looks really good. Thank you very much. So my claim of authority is that I have, in my opinion, one of the best speed painting guides for Tyranids on all of YouTube. We're sitting around 30-something thousand views on it. And I came up with a really cool scheme for Tyranids. I'll show you it actually real quick. It's meant to look like xenomorphs, and that was the whole thing. I created this video. That was pretty much the first video that I made that ever got any traction. And then after that, I just kind of kept going. And people fucking join me and ask me for advice for some fucking reason. So there you go. Here you go. This is kind of more or less what they look like. Shiny, a little bit blue, mostly dark and black. Obviously, there's the bone swords, and that's all the different color. But actually, if you have seen Alien 1, there is a scene where there's this big birthing queen. So that's the accent color that I've got on things like this, which is that color, which is the same color as the egg sacs from Alien. So it's more or less accurate to xenomorphs and aliens. Obviously, there's some bits of pink in there, which are just to make it pop on the table, really. So it's not so monotone. Obviously, it's different for what works in a TV show than what works for miniatures on a tabletop. the scale look awesome. Yeah, thanks. It's all just dry brushing, and then that's the main thing. It was just progressive dry brushing, and then a gloss varnish added on to the end. Super unbelievably quick to do. In fact, I decided I really need some more warriors, so I might be getting some more of them soon. Yeah, I know, shiny things. It's not a too often done thing, really, but it's essential if you're trying to get something that looks like the xenomorph. It needs to be slimy and shiny. I'm working on other projects as well, as I'm revitalizing a big box of old firstborn Marines. One of the things on this channel is that we're very, very pro keeping the firstborns alive, and this is the Black Templars chapter that I'm doing at the minute. I'm just going to make that bigger. You can see them a bit better. There you go. This is the Black Templars firstborn guys that I've been working on. I've raised them all up on the base. You can see that I've added a little bit of extra height, so they are actually the same height as a Primaris Marine. They're a lot beefier. They look good, like a good size. Yeah, we all love firstborn around here. The big staple of the channel. I've gone ahead and put like bits of all these cloaks, like that cloak between his legs, that's green stuffed and hand painted. A little bit of cloak on his shoulder pauldron, that's also green stuffed and hand painted. All those things, none of those are transfers, that's all hand painted. Yeah, I know what you mean. Like, in terms of the actual proportion itself, like 1-to-1, like, yeah, the proportions are better. It's just, yeah, that's pretty much the only thing I like about the Primaris, really. Though, that being said, the Blade Guard are beautiful, and I could actually see myself doing a Blade Guard only collection of guys, to be honest. Like, I could see myself doing that. But let me see if I can find a Primaris guy, because I'm sure I'll have one hanging around somewhere. Show you that just references the slight, well, the size comparison, really. Bear with me. Alright, I don't actually have one to hand, but what I do have is... Yeah, no, the other things can fuck off. It's got to be tracked, man. I don't know, I don't understand that. Like, why are we completely gone away from tracked vehicles? It doesn't make sense. Like, the hover stuff is like... It's such a big shift, and why do it across everything, you know? Why do it for every single one of them? That makes sense. Anyway, so this is a Marine, and this is one of the more modern Marines. So they're not quite as squat as the old ones, but they are still, they've got like the thin thighs and stuff like that. But if you look at it next to the basing that I've done, you can see there's a considerable height increase. And they do, with the thickness of them, they carry that weight a bit better, and also with that like loincloth thing on, it kind of hides how skinny the legs are, and just brings them and lifts them up and makes them look, well, they sit right in with Primaris now, really, and that's good enough for me. Yeah, I feel like it would be better to have hover bikes. Yeah, see, that would make a bit more sense, because like we're quite used to seeing hover bikes in sci-fi as opposed to hover tanks. Like, hover bikes, they're all over Star Wars. That kind of makes sense. Like, we've got land speeders. A hover bike would sit in a lot more naturally than hover tank and hover everything. So yeah, I totally agree with that. That's very valid. I do agree. I do agree. A drop pod there. Gonna drop the clownfish. Let's see. Again, joined. We've got a few people. Oh, right. So we've got that guy based, we've got that guy based. Got one more to do, but now I'm starting to get distracted by my other projects. This is the problem. I've got all these open boxes of different projects around me. I need to just pick a lane, but this is what a Blood Angel that I did a little while ago. Alright, so I'll post it again for you, mate. There you go. Yeah, this is a Blood Angel I painted a fair while ago. This was part of a competition between me and my friend. The competition was we both had Blood Angels, Assault Terminators, and the competition was whoever painted the best ones. We were gonna like paint the full squad and then put them up on a Facebook profile and ask the community who's the better. And the loser, the person who got voted against, had to had to paint their like another unit of the other person's choosing in a scheme of that person's choosing as a forfeit. I had to, if I was to lose, I would have to paint my Castellan robots for my AdMech with pink polka dots on them. And if my friend lost, he would have to paint his Calgar and Honor Guard to look like Hitler, and it's like staff, like all there with like the armbands and little mustache and that, and all in that like tan color, and you wouldn't be able to take them anywhere. That would have been great, but we never ended up doing that because I painted this guy. And this is the first one I painted, and I showed him to my friend, and he was like, "No, I don't want to do it anymore," because he thought it was like, "Oh no, I'm gonna lose." It's a pretty clean miniature. I didn't ever even finish it, to be honest. This isn't finished, but yeah, it was a pretty clean mini. To be fair, I don't really paint like this usually. This is like me really trying hard to get all the lines real clean and all those highlights super sharp. I don't usually paint like that anymore. I paint with dry brushes and stuff like that. This is another one that I quite like. This is a object source lighting heavy miniature that I went with. I was trying to do some dark AdMech. As you can see, lots of little fiery elements in there. That was the point with this one. I much prefer doing this kind of stuff. It takes less time than that. Much smaller miniature. I'm paint for effect now. I'm not trying to paint for spectacle. I'm just painting to get stuff done and on the table. That's the main thing. Another thing that's recently come through the doors. This is a Wraith Lord. Oh, did you? Yeah, it's fun, isn't it? It gets tiring after a little while, though. I'll tell you that much. But the first few applications, it's quite fun to try get it all right. I found that like the key was to integrate black and dark shadows on the far side of where the light's coming from, of the blood in it. Blood, is that blood? Am I going crazy? I'm just painting. I don't really play. I'm just painting. That's fair. I don't play 40k anymore. I play just one-page rules. That's literally it. And yeah, I'm kind of done with the game, really. It kind of sucks. Absolutely, yeah. Go for it, please do. If you're in there already, just drop it in the hobby picks section. Rafi, what's up, dude? Yeah, drop it in the hobby picks section. I'll pick it up and I'll have a little look at what's going on. Put something in the middle for attention. Absolutely. So we do all sorts of stuff around here. I mean, literally, from what you already know about to I also do a lot of bolt action. It's a British Army, 8th Army Desert Rats. Doing a full army of these guys. Nearly finished the full army. So yeah, having lots of fun with that. So yeah, wide range of different types of miniatures get done on this channel, I'll tell you that much. I'm the king of Pardon me, I'm the king of flipping and flopping between projects, believe me. I know a thing or two about flippy floppers. What's up, guys? How we doing? Just showing off some minis at the minute. Firstborn. Black Templars. A proper chapter of Marines. A proper band of brothers. A proper group of blokes. With some green stuff capes. Some green stuff drapes. I'm really fucking proud of that green stuff drape, you know. I sent it in the Discord. Let's have a little look-see doodle then. Where did you send it? Which channel did you put it in, mate? So I'm not seeing it in hobby pick. Oh, yep, it's popped up. There we go. Oh, let's have a look at this then. Oh, that's cracking, dude. That's cracking. Do you know what you need to do though? You need to get some paint, some white paint, thin the shit out of it until it's like water, and then drop it into the grooves on that plasma gun. Just so because what you've currently got right now is the source of your light is the same color as the like reflection, whether it wants to be brighter. So you've got it right in terms of like the color around on the gun, but what you need to do is drop some white in between those grooves and get it so like the brightest part is white, but other than that it looks absolutely smashing. I'll kind of show you what I mean. Like for instance, this bit, like where the light is coming. I ran into white. Okay, I'll shut the fuck up then. Oh, that's funny. Like for instance, this bit here, I'll just point to it. The light's coming from the yellow, and then it gets red and steady into a darker tone. But you want the, like for instance, there too. It's coming from that lighter part. That's what I mean, anyway. But no, if you run out of white paint, there's not a lot you can do about it, is there? I only had white airbrush, but yeah, that's not going to work. No, it's not really going to work. No, that's fair, mate. You can only do what you've got. You're going to do what you can with what you got, mate. What else am I doing? I'm doing some very naughty boys. So one of the things that I'm doing, obviously, I've got my World War II, British World War II guys that I'm doing, my North Africa theatre, but I've also got my bad guys as well. I've got my Waffen SS guys, Germans from the Western theatre. So I've got some. I thought if I'm going to do the baddies, I'm going to do the baddies. I'm going to go full SS. So I've got the ability to play British or, you know, goodies and baddies. So I've got a chance to play with pretty much everybody I come up against in the club. Still got some of that to finish. What is that? So I'm showing some shit off. And I've got this guy's the character for the Black Templars. Here he is. Super gritty. It's when I really started moving over to painting models like atmospherically rather than cleanly. Like these guys are super gritty looking rather than, you know, clean, sharp, heavy metal style. These guys are like, yeah, they're more like, they're kind of more inspired by the old 40k art that you used to get. That old gritty, grim dark style with plenty dirt covering everything. Nothing too crazy, no edge highlights, no nothing. Just, yeah, it speaks a tone rather than, you know, just trying to be just an amazing clean paint job. And yeah, you can really get the tone from distance for sure. And then you got these boys here, which are of the same ilk. Dark, dirty, heavy shadow work, lots of dirt on them in the recesses and stuff. I want them to look like they're on crusade in the middle of dirty holy battle. Some more. All these I've green stuffed these on, so I didn't have enough purity seals. So all of these are actually made out of green stuff, which is cool. And so is the loincloths. Yeah. And the chains are actually an old necklace. Big long drapey ones here. Super fun. And because I play one-page rules, I can kind of, like, one of the cool things about one-page rules is that you can download the app and you can make your army work exactly how you want. You can, like, assign them their own rules and their values and stuff. So what I kind of like to do is I run these firstborns, which have been based so they're the same height and size as Primaris Marines, but I run them as a lot more tanky than they are in 40k. So they actually kind of feel like Marines do in the lore a bit more. But thanks, Stealth Geek 29 says, love it. Thanks, dude. Thank you very much. I'm probably not going to stream for too much longer. To be honest, guys, everybody's kind of woke up. I can hear rumblings downstairs, and I'm pretty sure I'm the person in the house that cooks the meals most of the time. And until I go down, nobody's going to bloody eat anything. So yeah, that's going to have to be attended to. But Stealth Geek, so let me just give you a quick rundown of what we do on here just before I kind of wrap this up. And so we do streams like this all the time in the Discord as well. Yeah, I would love to have some characters, but I'm not spending 30 euro for a mini. That's fair. So what we do is we have a Discord community, and what I'm starting and wanting to start doing is having people physically involved with the stream. So we're just a big hobby hangout where people come and sit down to do their miniatures and just crack on, talk about stuff. So what I'm going to be doing is we've got an open voice channel in the Discord. So while I'm on here, people can jump into the voice channel and we can actually have a physical conversation while we stream. It's like an actual physical, like not physical, but you know, like an actual real back and forth hangout while we sit down and do the hobby. I think it's always good to have a little space that you can go to actually talk to people while you do it. It helps you get into it. I'm somebody who can just talk all day long, so you know, I get it. So yeah, that's pretty much the whole meat and two veg, really. But yeah, look, I am going to wrap it up now, guys, because I've kind of hit a wall with this Fire Dragon stuff. I'm looking at other projects and going, oh, I want to do that now, because I'm a fucking little slag, and I'm just hopping between projects all the time. But also, I'm quite hungry and I need to go feed my little family. So listen, guys, hop on the Discord. I'm going to drop it in the chat again. Drop into the Discord. Keep up to date with what's going on. And I'm sure that there's going to be another one next week of this, without a doubt. Maybe even another couple next week. Stealth Geek says, when is your next stream? I play Germans too. Sick. So I'm not exactly sure what day it is, but they're usually every week, if not multiple times a week. There's almost certainly more likely to be on a Sunday, like this is, but there's going to be a one midweek next week, or maybe even early week next week. I would say either Tuesday or Thursday next week. There'll be one in the week, and then most weeks there's one on a Sunday like this. I'm actually going to be painting up some of my bolt action British guys, which are here. Because I'm getting ready for a game that's going on at a local club. So yeah, I've got to get some of those done. But